Welcome to ATP Customs. Well, the POS Chevy Squarebody Shortbox 4x4 is ready to leave the shop for now. We just got the front end ripped apart. Engine's out. It was supposed to be a early 90s big block because I needed that motor for a friend of mine who needed a throttle body injected big block motor for one of his trucks. And it turns out it's an 80s big block that someone painted black. I don't know, I haven't actually looked into can you still use this, and there's something we were looking into about drilling out the manifolds to make all the top end work with the older big blocks, but I haven't looked into it yet. But that's okay, he's already found another one. So we are taking this big block, and a friend of mine has located supposedly all of the rest of the 2JZ parts that we needed for our 2JZ build for the Acadian. So we are trading this for parts. That is coming out because now everything is kind of ready to take off when we're ready to bring the cab in. All we have to do is just drop the 4 bolts on the cab, but I like the cab bolted down for transport. The box is all unbolted because it came like that. Surprisingly, the inner fenders were good. That's very uncommon around here, so obviously someone swapped those out when they did the body swap. That'll save $100. I think they're about $50 each here, so we can reuse those. We can use the rad support. We actually can use that hood, but he wants to go to a cowl induction hood. So it's leaving, and we are going to have a few repairs. I see that this support here is all rotted out. We could repair it, or we could just put a whole new support on, which is what we will end up doing. And he's already picked out his big block motor. It looks like he wants a blueprint engine, 496, makes 600 horse. So that's what he's working towards this winter. He said he wanted this thing on the road by summer sometime. I'm guessing midsummer because that's going to be a lot of work on that one. But it's coming out of the shop. We have to make room. We have a quick job we have to do. We have a door repair on a Chevy C10. I think it was a 77 or 78 if I remember correctly. It's one we built, I'm going to say, about 3 years ago. So next week we have a beautiful little C10 coming in for a feature. It's slammed and got a little rollerized small block in it. Nice little truck. One that has been in the family getting worked on by my dad and now has been passed over to me. For over 30 years my dad's been working on that truck for that customer. So that's kind of neat. So now we can load this thing up and put it in the Chevy Shortbox pile that I have going. Mr. White has the hood for the Caliente and primer, so it will be in paint, I think, by tomorrow. And then we will see the Caliente leaving and hopefully going to August Motorsports. So we can go and check out that showroom. I've never seen it before, where they have all the Lamborghinis and high-end supercars and hot rods and stuff. Never been there before, so that'll be exciting. I think we get to go there next week. So let's get rid of a Shortbox. Okay, the POS Chevy is out. Don't worry, it's not going to be called a POS for long. Once that thing gets back in there, it'll get a new name. Just happens to be so rusty that we nicknamed it that for now. Caliente is in, just for the weekend, I guess. Probably Monday, Tuesday, we will be delivering it. Mr. White is currently prepping the hood and will be painting it today. He has the awesome task of trying to match this 4 or 5 year old flat black paint, which everybody says you can't do. Well, I've seen Mr. White work some magic on our vehicles before. So what he is doing right now is he has done a spray out. He's using a hot rod black paint. We looked at a couple, and some of them required multiple layers, and they took too long to dry for what our timeline was. So he tried to spray out to see how many layers is going to match it. So the camera doesn't show it very well. This was just a piece of tin we just cut out and quickly sprayed to see what the different levels are going to be. So that right there is 1 coat, and when you hold it up to the car, it's almost an exact match. That's 2 coats, that's 3 coats. They just keep getting shinier and glossier as you go. So we are going to have to do 1 perfect coat on here to get the color right. So I'm not sure how he's going to accomplish that with just one coat, but we'll see how he does. He'll pull it off like he always does. I'm sure he'll lay it on real heavy somehow. I'll let the painter decide how he's doing that. That's his specialty. And then the Caliente can leave and we get to go see August Motorsports. I am very excited about that because I've never been in their showroom. They have some really high-end old school hot rods, and I saw a Bronco online there that was just insane. And then they have super high-end cars, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, McLarens, all that kind of stuff. So that's very exciting to go there. And yes, as I took on another project, help pay the shop bills, we got that little C10 coming in. The race car Mustang was supposed to be next, but we can squeeze in a door repair to help pay the bills and get another awesome feature in here. And then we can drag that thing out. Now that we got the paint here, that will be coming out next week because I want that Mustang done. I want to see it on the ground with the big slicks on it. And then the jet boat gets to come in. And for you bike guys like Doc Station, if you guys are following my channel, you should follow Doc Station's channel. He's a bike guy and a truck guy. I'll pop it up right now just to give him another plug because we like Doc Station. He's an awesome dude. So we have been on the hunt for my next bike in my collection. A gentleman has contacted me through one of my ads, and he has the exact silver ZX-14 that I've been looking for. So fingers crossed, I am in the middle of a deal on a ZX-14 to add to my collection. I've always wanted that silver one. Oh, I'll pop the picture up right now. It's got some Givi bags on it, however you pronounce them, Givi, I'm not sure. It's got a really tall windshield and a Japanese pipe I've never heard of. Well, that's all going to change. Bags coming off, windshield's coming off, pipes coming off if the deal goes through. So I want to build a ZX-14. Very excited about that. Fingers crossed. And that's it for this week. You guys have a wonderful weekend. I'm sorry that I have been slacking on the videos. I had to go on a road trip. I think I've been in my truck for 4 days straight now. But back in the shop, back to work. Monday morning, we'll get on to some exciting stuff again. Thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribe.